Oh man, you know when you are working on a puzzle or something and you just get stuck and you can't figure out what to do, and then you take a step away and all of a sudden it comes to you? Well, I was having the problem. I was like, oh man, I don't have a router template for the humbucker that I need, and I'm gonna have to make it. That's where we ended our last video. And I decided to stop for the day. I was honestly a little frustrated. That's how, this is a one-off project. It's not something we're doing like in a production run or something. So having to figure it out and deal with problems as you go. And so I went to the office, did my normal job, and was just sitting there. And all of a sudden, it was like a light bulb went off. I was like, I don't have a router template. I'm gonna have to make it. I'm gonna have to. This is whatever. And it just suddenly clicked. I was like, I don't have a router template. And then, yes, I do. In fact, I thought about it when I made it, and you knew I had it too, and you didn't say anything in the comments. And that's because nobody subscribes to this channel. But maybe one day that will change. I don't know. But I do have a template. You want to see it? I actually have two of them. They're the cutoffs from the top of the guitar. They're actually a perfect router template. And I was thinking, when I did it, I cut the tops off and I set these to the side and I said, oh, those will make a great template. And then I forgot about them. But it's so perfect because our holes are already lined up. Our neck pocket is lined up. I know this is actually where the humbucker route is on this guitar. Same thing on this one. So all I've done is I've just done a little on each side of the string ferrule hole there. And actually, maybe I should have done the mounting hole. Maybe I'll do the mounting hole. But either way, maybe like the middle mounting hole. I'm going to put a little countersink in there and then screw that right into the guitar where it goes. And then we can clamp at the top because that's far enough away from the pickup route. And there we go. So we're going to do that and get that done. And this won't be the last video of this series because of this. I'm going to do that. I also want to carve out the control cavity. I keep talking about doing that. I need to go ahead and do that. So I'll show you that. And then I've got paint to paint the bodies, which I won't show you doing, but I'll show you the paint. And that'll be it for the day. This will probably be, by our standards, a fairly quick one. So let's get at it. I'm John, and this is Garage Guitars. Oh man, I just put the chamfers into these. I just did the center hole of the bridge assembly, and of course I already have the screws to put it in place. And wouldn't you know it, I got sawdust in my coffee. But it's Saturday morning. I don't have to work today. And it's a beautiful morning. And again, I keep saying this, but it's morning, so the sun is sweeping across the bench. So like I'll stick my hand out and it'll be overexposed. I know that you don't care about that, right? All right, let's get these things attached to the body and let's get it routed out. I don't see any reason to waste any more time. Let's do it. All right. Feel really good about that. I can't tell you how excited I am. Every now and then, something goes right. So, all we got to do now, I don't even need to really secure it at the pocket. As you can see in the fast motion, I decided to put 3 screws in it to make it more stable, and it's not going anywhere. So, we should be able to just get at it and route it. Now we just got to do it. Routing's a messy job, but I think it's going to be fun. So let's get at it. And the only other thing I noticed is that on this one, my neck pocket is just a little short of where it needs to be. And so I'm going to jump in here and just follow the contour of the original neck pocket. That way I'm not risking any issues with intonation or anything like that. Just want to make sure that that's exactly like it needs to be. So that's next. Let's get it routed. One quick thing I'm going to do. Oop, that's the wrong head. I'm going to get the right head for the screw. I'm going to run a screw right down through the neck and into the workbench. You know, what's the point in keeping a workbench perfect? Use it. So I'm going to use that to secure it into the workbench. And then we'll route. That is so satisfying. And you know what I noticed? When I watched the video back and edited the last video where we did some routing, it's really fun to watch at high speed. That's 800 times speed in case you're curious. And just watch it, everything kind of shoot anyway. It's fun. All right, that one went great. I love that. And we'll do this one and we'll be well on our way to the next step. Great. Oh, that worked out so well. I am very happy with that. Yeah, that's awesome. I am going to need a new moving blanket, I think, by the time... Oh, sorry. Not trying to get too serious on you. It's just my routing hat position. Really going to need to get a new blanket. I've torn this one up. But thankfully, I saw Harbor Freight. I get all my, my little notifications. And they're having a big parking lot sale. So I think they're like $6. I can get myself a new workbench for $6. So, all right, I'm going to pull this template off. And then everything is positioned the way we want it on the front of the guitar now. So then I'm going to go ahead and take the back off. And there's only going to be a few kind of things left to do here. I still have to clean up that sand. And we're going to get ready to drill the pocket. So let's get the template off, and we can go ahead and take the tape off too. I guess you can kind of really start to see it coming together now. It's almost starting to look like a guitar, right? Not to... Which one's this? Yeah. Just kind of, there it is, starting to come together, right? So, yeah, pull the back off. So the next step on these bodies is to give them a control cavity. We need somewhere for the pots and the output jack to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just create a void right in here. I'm going to do that with a Forstner bit. So I'll pop my corners with a Forstner bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's, I'm not going to measure it out or anything, but I'm going to pop 4 corners, and then I want to make sure that I don't interfere with these 2 screw holes right here or with the bridge. So, but I want to, hog out some material. So what I'll do is I'll hit it with the Forstner bit to take out most of that over on the drill press. I'll let you see that. And then I'll come back with a chisel and just clean up the edges and make it, somewhat presentable. So let's go do it. So, it's apparently also my drill press hat. And you can see, sometimes I struggle a little bit with the drill press. That's a Harbor Freight drill press. I feel like I talk about them a lot, even though I don't shop there a lot. But, you get stuff there cheap. And so it's a little underpowered, got hung up a couple times. But I'll tell you that Forstner bits, I bet that was really satisfying to watch in high speed, too. I can't wait to see it myself. But Forstner bits, that was like a game changer, life changer in the shop. So the only thing I need to do here with these is, because we have all those rounded edges, on them. I'm gonna get in there with the chisel and clean up those edges. Not that we really have to, but you know, now to make it pretty. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, the front and back are giving me trouble because it's end grain coming through. So I'm gonna do the sides with the chisel, and then probably come back very, very carefully with the router. I know, that may give you a little nervous. We're gonna come back very, very carefully with the router. In fact, I may throw it on the table saw and give myself a little more control. And I'll get these end pieces, so wish me luck. I'm not gonna, I'll show the chiseling of the sides. I'm probably not gonna, I don't wanna shift everything over. So, but I'll come back when we're done. Okay, that went great. What I ended up doing, and this turned out to be smart, and every now and then I do a smart thing, is I went in and just used a regular, kind of a dado, not a dado blade, but you know, a flat one, and just took a little bit along the top, okay, just a little bit along the top, and then I went back in with the pattern bit and followed that. That way I wasn't trying to get nice clean lines while I was hogging out all that material. So, and that worked great. While I was at it, I used the router bit to kind of flatten the bottom, and looks good to me. I think the only thing left to do on these is to sand down my little edges, get these painted, and then I'm going to take the decks and hit them quick with a round over around here. I won't show you that because I got to set up the table and everything, and get that set exactly like I want it, and all edges all cleaned up, and we'll come back for whatever the next one is. I'm going to do all of that off camera, so you'll see it when we come back, and you'll get to see the colors that I'm doing on the back and the headstocks. So until next time, I'm John, and this is Garage Guitars.